Hey, what's up? Charlo and Vic again.
Hey, we're covering a story by...
Very sad story.
Yeah. A girl whose mother slept with her boyfriend and got pregnant?
Yep.
Yeah, so...
Christmas came early.
Don't say that.
So it all started while I was on a girls' trip in Mexico. Roe versus Wade just got overturned that morning, and I was calling all of the women in my life just to see how they were, to check on them. And when I got to my mom, she was obviously distraught, crying. I didn't think anything of it because she's a woman, raising a woman in America, and she knows multiple other women who would be affected by this. So I talked to her, we ended the call, went back to my trip. 2 days later, I called my mom just to check on her, and she's still audibly distraught. You could tell she'd been crying, and I was asking her what was going on, and she wasn't telling me. And I was telling her, I was like, hey, tell me what's going on, or I'm gonna get on a flight and come back and figure out what's going on myself. And ultimately she ended up just telling me, after a few minutes, she was like, I'm pregnant. Now, when she told me that, I didn't think much of it. I was just really happy, really excited, because I never thought that I would have a younger sibling. So I was just congratulating her. You know, I was just ranting, talking about next steps, oh my God, did you set up the first ultrasound? How are you feeling? Blah, 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 making funny jokes, talking about names. And then she cuts me off and she was like, but it's Bi. We're gonna call him John. John being my ex. My boyfriend at the time, I should say. I asked her to repeat herself because, keep in mind, I'm a little bit drunk. I'm in Mexico, come on. I asked her to repeat herself. I was like, what? And then she says, it's by John. After I heard that, my soul left my body. And everything that came after that, I was not ready for.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, modern problems. So this lady went to Mexico, girls' trip, left her boyfriend with her mom in the same house. I'm guessing this is one of those, hey, me and my mom look alike. Can you tell any difference?
She said her mom raised her, so probably she had her when she was young. So
Yep.
This lady is around 20, maybe mid-20s. Her mother, she's 30 now.
She looks.
So her mother could be late 40s somewhere, probably looking good. Yeah. All right.
So mom calls, she's crying.
She's pregnant, huh?
And I think this is not talked about enough. I think there are a lot of cases like this.
Yeah.
They're just swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Especially these days, we see a lot of single women who raise daughters, especially only daughter, and then the two of you live together, and then the daughter starts dating, bringing boys home, and then the mom is like, there's no problem, bring him, we'll party together, all of us. We can all chill. I'm not just your mom, I'm a woman. That's how she like.
That's how it happens. Even in our country, I hear
it happens a lot
all the time. It's just that they're given as testimonials. Most people don't advertise it because of the backlash. They just avoid it.
That's true.
But it happened. Okay, without pointing fingers. If you really listen to this story, there are a couple of things that maybe suggests that a lot could have been done to avoid it. There's this thing that, and women don't like hearing this, but this whole business about going to trips on girls trip, girls this, girls that, there is a certain wisdom in our old forefathers, maybe not that far back, but maybe 2-3 generations back, with the ladies staying at home and taking care of family. That made sure that these kinds of things couldn't happen. When a woman is at home, when a woman is vigilant with what's happening in her household, it means that you can spot things fairly quickly. Number two, it also means that you can give your significant other attention when they need it. Number three, this whole business of ladies staying with their moms and bringing their significant others over should just be a no-no. African culture made sure that we didn't do that. If you start seeing someone, you go.
It's happening now,
you
bro.
go, yeah, I know.
It's happening
now.
It's
Especially because of urbanization, the loss of our culture.
Me personally,
morals,
I can attest to that personally, bro. Yeah, I've partied with a chick. We went to a bash, a house bash, and the mom insisted on chilling with us. I was in my early 20s. The mom insisted in chilling with us, and you could tell from the way she carried herself, that was not a mom. She was still in that I'm a young girl era. Just because I have a daughter,
you know, she was in the game.
Yeah,
she was still in the game. Yeah,
mark my words.
And others,
she was in the game. Yeah, as the night developed, continued.
Yeah,
let's just say she really embarrassed her daughter. Okay. Let's just say that.
Okay.
And this story is not surprising.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
not surprising.
It's not, because you see a lot of women who have daughters, or just lone child who's a daughter. You think they don't compete?
Of course they do.
Especially beauty.
Yeah, and especially and when maybe her prospects outside and looking so good. And,
she will
piggyback. Is going to bring some.
Oh, hell yes.
Of course, she's still a human being.
Yeah.
She has needs.
Yeah.
And so she'll think, okay, I'm sure if this guy is here, especially if it doesn't even matter whether it looks good or not, he will want it if I give it to him.
Of course. There was another video we saw here. I showed you where there was this woman who was saying that she lets her boyfriend play around with her mom, and it's like they're all living together in the same car house. They even made a video, and I don't know, this video wasn't taken down, and she was there proud. The guy grabs the mom, holds a titty in his hand. I was like, hey, this works for me. And you should have seen the nigga smile.
So happy.
He's like, this is it. This is the jackpot,
nigga. We made the best of both worlds.
And bro, this shit will just get worse. And you know, even when we were talking about the porn industry, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing that they're mirroring.
It is the same thing.
The whole stepdad, stepdaughter, stepson.
Bro, you saw this new Game of Thrones when that uncle and niece action started.
Yeah.
Did you know there was no backlash online? A lot of the people were like, that was hot. That's what a lot of people were saying. Dude, I checked it out. A lot of people were, why didn't they fuck?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people wanted.
You stopped it too early. Yeah. So
that's where we are.
So like I said, there's a lot that could have been done.
Yeah.
So that to avoid this kind of situation. Unfortunately, people don't want to listen to rational advice. They don't want to listen to what works, because it doesn't fit with what you want now. People want to party, they want to have fun, come home when they want, you know. And it was convenient. I'm pretty sure it was convenient. Probably, I'm not saying that's what happened. Could find situations where you find it convenient to maybe live with your mom still, because maybe she makes life easier for you.
Yeah. So even in this economic
and economics is maybe part of it, because life is hard, by the way, especially in the urban areas. So you find that it's more convenient maybe if you have that.
Yeah.
But it will also be convenient for your mom, because if she's alone, if she's a single mother, she has needs like everyone else.
Dude, so, and with this moral relativism where I may be a mom, but I can still have fun. I may be your grandmother, but I'm still a woman.
There is
I deserve.
There is something that is to be said.
If you can't keep that man satisfied, I will do it, because you know what, I'm better than you.
There's something to be said for the older generation, not her mom's generation. The one before that, and the one before that.
Where women actually knew, hey, I'm this age.
3 generations back.
Yes.
They realized that, okay, we've passed a certain point, especially in their mid to late 20s. They were like, we're settling down. The jokes of 18.
They were
20.
married by then.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, from 25 onwards, ladies were conducting themselves as mature.
Yeah.
Like,
and do you think
jokes of the past, those are over?
Do you think it also helped the fact that they actually had husbands who they grew old together with, and they didn't need to?
So now that lady had her man.
Yeah.
If up until the time when maybe physical satisfaction now ends, you have emotional satisfaction takes over while it was still there. It also now takes over, so that you're left with giving your daughter, your son the best.
Yes.
Without ever wanting
you are
to look for
competing.
something else or competing with them. And now they're getting undiluted wisdom that can help them. So now you can tell them, hey, you can't be here. You have to now marry.
Yeah.
You have to marry early. But if this lady was raised by a single mom, then there are also chances that the single mom may have come from a broken home.
That's true.
And then and that's why we are always pushing for intact families. That's why this channel is there. That's why we're always talking about making sure women get the best outcomes when they're young, that they are feminine, that men work on themselves and they choose good mates, and together we build a strong family so that the generation to come is going to benefit from us. The only generations that ever saw good families were 2-3 generations back.
Now you can't even trust your own mom, bro.
Because her mom is in that generation, you know?
Yeah, and do you know
and it doesn't mean all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
And then from that, then this is our generation. And then imagine if that's the kind of thing we're coming from. What will our children
it's crazy.
grow up in?
I can't even, I don't even want to imagine.
Hey, we feel sorry for
we
this
feel
lady.
For you, girl. We feel for you.
We hope she gets some, this is important, gets some therapy.
She needs it.
Forgives her mother.
No,
she must, Chalo, you know, let me tell you something.
No, I know, but what I'm saying
it has
is,
nothing to do
what
with
I'm
her
saying
mother
is,
deserving it. She needs to forgive and let go of the pain.
No, what I wanted to say is, you know, her mother will never be her mother ever again.
I know about
their
that.
family.
Yeah, there are some things that once you cross some boundaries, there's no going back. However, she must, and I say must because she must forgive her mother,
and she has a sibling coming,
so that she heals and can move forward with life. Because if she doesn't forgive her mother, there is no man who will ever seem innocent, justified, trustworthy in her eyes, and that's another lady we've lost. You get what I'm saying?
I even think the fact that she made this video,
it means that perhaps it's too far.
She's done with me.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I hope she gets some therapy.
I feel for her. I feel
forgives her mother and moves on. It doesn't mean I'm not advocating kumbaya. We are all together.
There's no kumbaya,
but forgive and move on.
Imagine your boyfriend becoming your stepdad, just like that, man.
Yeah. But it also goes to tell you that it's important the people that we choose to have in our lives.
That nigga ain't shit. Yeah, that nigga ain't shit.
And then it also tells you the importance of fathers. That's something that is extremely underrated in this world. If there was a father in this family,
none of this
would not have happened. The value of fathers cannot be overstated.
And you see social media today, it's like they're on this war path
against men
against
and
fathers, especially fathers. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, guys,
that's us.
That's it from Chalo and Vic.
Hey, if you can go check out part 2, but part 2 is her trying to put her life together.
Main content is in part 1.
Yeah,
that's what we've covered. But anyway, guys, we'll see you later.
Peace out.
We're out.